I finally left Megaton, and this time I was serious. No more getting distracted, no more accepting every random problem somebody throws at me. Dad is somewhere in the capital wasteland, and I'm going to find him. Well, that was the plan. Instead, I got extorted, lost underground, ran out of ammo, died repeatedly, and somehow ended up firing a miniature nuclear weapon. So, progress. If you're new here, I'm finally playing Fallout 3 properly in 2026 to see how well it holds up, and whether I can finally finish it this time. Last time I escaped Vault 101, made it to Megaton, and immediately got buried in other people's problems. So naturally, before I left, I did one last job for Colin Moriarty. I went to deal with Silver. Things did not end well for Silver, and between that and Colin continuously pissing me off, I'm starting to wonder if this accidentally becomes a bad guy playthrough. I'm not saying I'm going to blow up Megaton. I'm just saying I understand the option a little better now. But eventually, I finally stepped out into the wasteland and headed towards Dad. Fallout 3 came out in 2008, so this game is 18 years old now. And you can tell, sometimes the lighting still looks surprisingly good though. Some scenes genuinely hold up better than I expected. Then you walk over a hill and remember you're playing a game from 2008. It looks old. That's fine. What matters more to me though, is whether the game that's underneath those visuals still works. And so far, yeah, mostly. The gunplay though, oh good lord. Shooting outside of VATS still feels like I'm making a suggestion. I can have my crosshair directly on somebody, pull the trigger, and the bullet decides it's got somewhere else to be. So far I've learned that if I spray enough ammunition in roughly the correct direction, somebody eventually dies. Throw VATS into the mix, and combat becomes a lot more enjoyable. And honestly, playing this is making me even more excited for the Fallout 3 remaster, because I don't think they need to reinvent the game. Fallout 4 already proved that Bethesda can make guns feel dramatically better. Give me more modern visuals, Fallout 4 style gunplay, clean up the rough edges, and leave the rest alone. Because the part that matters is still working. I figured that out pretty quickly when I started exploring. I came across a school, knew perfectly well I didn't need to go inside, and I went inside anyway. That's Fallout. There's a door, I need to know what's behind it. And that curiosity is probably the strongest thing Fallout 3 has going for it so far. The downside is that curiosity also means I'm constantly fighting something. Raiders, feral ghouls, super mutants, and I desperately need more stim packs. I died a lot during this session. A lot. Ghouls are especially good at eating both my ammunition and my patience. At one point I watched some caravan guards absolutely destroy a group of raiders, and all I could think was, why can't I just do that? Why can't Fallout let me be a caravan guard for a while? One thing I love from Fallout 5 is more ways to simply exist in the world before becoming the most important person in it. Give me jobs. Let me work my way into a faction. Let me be some random idiot trying to survive before everybody decides I'm qualified to run the wasteland. Right now, Fallout 3 still makes me feel like a nobody, and I actually like that. But then I reached DC, and we need to talk about the tunnels. The goddamn tunnels. I was excited to explore a ruined Washington, see landmarks, walk through a destroyed neighborhood, find weird pieces of history. Instead, I spent a ridiculous amount of time underground. Tunnel fight, tunnel ghouls, tunnel super mutants, another tunnel. And to be fair, New Vegas has its own version of this problem. And it's not exactly a one-for-one, but Vegas is chopped up by walls and gates all over the city. From what I understand, that's basically a technical workaround. The game couldn't comfortably load the whole city at once, so those separate sections gave it places to load. Fallout 3 handles that limitation differently. Instead of walls constantly dividing DC, the metro becomes part of how you move through it. And honestly, the idea could be really cool. Give me the forgotten government facilities, hidden shelters, pre-war secrets, stuff underneath Washington that most people would never know existed. Give me a reason to want to be underground. Because right now, I mostly just want to go back outside. New Vegas usually made me feel like I was moving through its world, even when those walls were quietly directing me. Fallout 3 around DC sometimes feels like I'm moving underneath the world instead. And I'm not even saying that's worse. It's just a a very different way of solving a similar problem. Unfortunately for me, one of those solutions contains significantly more goddamn tunnels. And then Fallout 3 decided I hadn't had enough excitement yet. Suddenly I'm fighting super mutants everywhere. Then there's a super mutant behemoth, and the game hands this low-level idiot a fat man. So yes, we're already launching a miniature nuclear bomb. And it was awesome. Eventually I made it to 3 Dog. Finally. This guy knows things. He's connected some way with the Brotherhood of Steel, and surely he's gonna help me find my dad. Nope. 3 Dog wants a favor. Of course he does. Moriarty wanted money. 3 Dog wants me to fix his radio. At this point, every person who knows anything about my father is holding the information hostage behind another side quest. Dad could be sipping a Nuka-Cola on a beach somewhere, and I would have no idea. So now I'm headed to the Museum of Technology. More super mutants, more fighting, probably more tunnels, and after all this, I still don't feel any closer to finding Dad. But I do feel like I'm starting to understand Fallout 3. It's old, the gameplay is rough, the metro is already testing our relationship, but every time I find a new building, I want to go inside. Every time I find a new person, I want to hear their story. And every time I'm finally going to focus on the main quest, something else pulls me away. That's probably why this series works in the first place. And it's why playing Fallout 3 now has actually made me more excited for a remaster. Don't replace the game. Just let me see and play the version that's already here without the 18 years of technology getting in the way. Because underneath all of that age, I'm hooked. Now I just need to survive the Museum of Technology, fix 3 Dogs Radio, and finally find Dad. Probably. Unless somebody else needs something first.